Oh, what a nice day at the beach. All the Salvadorians out. It's Domingo. Sunday, fun day. Look how nice it is. Black sand beach, tropical sunlight, tremendous grounding. Everybody having a good time. But guess what? Think about this beach with 1,000 more people. 2,000 more people. 10,000 more people. That's gonna be the future, guys. Mr. Base Science looking at the crystal ball. That's gonna be the future, guys. When everybody starts to figure out you cannot biohack your way out of this shit. Okay. Let's see if I get fucking smashed with the Pacific Ocean again. When the influencers, the podcasters, the Rockefeller doctors, they realize you cannot fucking morning routine your way out of this shithole. That's most places on this earth. Guess what? That's when these beaches are gonna get fucked. All the gringos with little bit dollar bills. Little bit of that Bitcoin, millions of people escaping the matrix to form another matrix. Bukele is gonna be the leader of the new matrix. When more and more people start to realize biophysics over biochemistry, oh boy, we pioneers, us who figured this shit out a little bit earlier than other people. Look at this one. These crabs have no place to be anymore. Jesus, these crabs are gonna get eaten for the DHA. Yeah, it's gonna get real crowded over here. It's pretty nice now, but even the Midos are right now here. We wanna build a freaking Game of Thrones type wall. No phones. No phones in this area of the beach. Keep your technology fuck away from the Mido area of the beach. Like, think about when more and more people start to understand the horrific nature of the Rothschild, Rockefeller, technocratic, money master matrix, because more and more people are gonna understand it. Because more and more people are getting unhealthier and unhealthier by the day. When the clock ticks, their health is ticking downwards towards the hell. Because they live in a hellhole. So more and more people are starting to wake up, and when more and more start to wake up, that environment is everything. Like, a lot of people already have departed from the Flexner report, Rockefeller paradigm, that everything is genetic. All of your problems, too bad it's your genetics. Your genetics suck ass. Nothing you can do about it except take our drugs, take our statins, take our pounds. Nothing else you can do about it. Like, a lot of people already see that scam, because it's pretty easy to see if you have IQ over 80 maybe. IQ over 90, you can see the Rockefeller scam. So you start to understand that your inner terrain, your body's inner terrain, is all that matters. You start to understand that epigenetics that are dictated, affected by environment, your inner environment is affected by your outer environment. A lot of people are starting to put one plus one together. It's three trees. Can I get a Freemason hell yeah over here? Yeah, the Freemasons are already here at the El Salvador, so better be careful. They might bring the shit here pretty fast. But when you start to put those together, then you start to kind of understand that, okay, the environment I live in dictates my inner environment. The healthier the environment I live in, the healthier my environment is gonna be. The healthier my thoughts are gonna be. The less disease I'm gonna experience. The brighter my thoughts are gonna be. And then, guess what? Everybody starts to run. Well, they have to make a couple more connections. They have to start to think about what is the best environment in the world? What environment is the healthiest environment? What environment has the most amount of life force? What environment has the most amount of vitality? Let's look at the Google Maps. Okay, up in the North Pole, it's all freaking snow and ice. Nothing lives there. Then when you start to become down, you start to encounter some retarded trees in the Lapland and stuff. You can have some reindeers, some polar bears, some retarded trees, but it's still gonna be pretty freaking hard, and the mosquitoes are gonna be unbearable in the summertime, which is the best time. And the summertime is really short. Most of the time it's gonna be really dark, really cold, and even the retarded trees that live there, they're gonna be dead for the most part of the year. So is that really the most life force inducing environment? Is that the environment that has the most power in it? It doesn't really look like that. Then you start to go down. Then we start to hit those Europa, Canada, North America, United States. Oh, there's those cities. You can see the night map out of those places. Oh, there's a lot of freaking light pollution during the night. Like everybody's gathered in some of these spots. And I mean, my friend that lived in New York City, he got a turbo C-word. My friend that lived in Chicago, he got wrecked real bad. He was bipolar. He got ADHD. Oh, my friend in Sweden, he got type 1 diabetes. All of my friends in Finland, they have type 1 and type 2 and type 3 diabetes. Then you go a little bit down. Oh, there's a bunch of fucking people there. Like it seems everybody's there. Millions of people there. And maybe in that point you also start to tie together the non-native EMFs. Because in the cities that everybody's gathered in these cities, Agenda 2030 style, Klaus Schwab, World Economic Forum style, you start to be like, oh, I have heard about smart cities. And smart cities is all about surveillance, technology, conveniences. You have to have digital ID. But I also heard that children born into those cities, they are not doing too well. They have autistic tendencies. They have those ADHDs. I even heard a couple of children, they got cancers when they were 6 or 5 or 4. Like they got all kinds of problems. And if the problems ain't due genetics, like it seems like if they would be with our genetics are really going to the toilet. Because I didn't hear my mother and father, they didn't told me about any of these diseases. Like they didn't see any of these diseases when they went to school back in the 60s and 70s and 80s and even in the 90s. And when I asked about them from my grandparents, they especially didn't know any of these diseases, like ADHD. I guess they just didn't know better. I guess they were just really dumb back in the day. Or is that the Rockefeller programming? Or is that the reality? You decide. You decide that. But anyway, then you start you start to see those areas up in the 33rd latitude, 40th latitude, even at the 20th latitude. Like everybody seems to be there. There's bunch of freaking million people cities. Bunch of fucking towers everywhere. Bunch of tall buildings. What the fuck is going on? Chill, base science. Mr. Base Science is doing science over here. Chill. So you start to see like, okay, there's bunch of cities, and these cities also are connected by these technologies. These cities have to be connected with the technology, with the information technology. It has to travel through the cities. So even if you are living in the middle of nowhere, with the middle of these cities, it might be not too good idea. Like you have to have some, I heard there's some kind of devices. Mr. Excellent Health, he taught me that there's some devices that you can actually measure these frequencies, radio frequencies, microwaves, electric fields, dirty electricity, magnetic fields, and I heard strong non-native magnetic fields are very correlated to many of the C-word diseases, many of the leukemias, many of the diseases. So when you go into those areas with your devices and you start to measure those areas, also there's a whole bunch of deserts out there, and in deserts it seems like nothing grows there. Not even the retarded trees can grow there. Like there's no plant life. There's barely any animal life. Only the strongest, or the mammals and animals that have evolved through the times, can survive there. Maybe if you got couple camels, you can drink that camel milk and eat camels. Because camels seem to be loaded with fat in those humps. I really want to eat camel hump and camel milk. That sounds kind of delicious. But you see those deserts. Also there seems to be a lot of geopolitical things going on in those deserts. Like, let's be honest, there seems to be a bunch of pretty insane people getting real riled up with Messiah this, end time this, Messiah that, in those deserts. So you got no life force basically, and you got bunch of insane people, and you got millions of people with bunch of technologies, bunch of fucking devices. So that's basically the 20th latitude to the 30th to the 40th latitude. So that's no bueno. So what's left? Oh, there's this one area in the Google Maps that seems all green. It's just bunch of fucking life. All the fucking animals live there. When you shit in the ground, mango trees pop up. When you piss in the ground, oh, there's a coconut next week there that you can fucking eat. There's billion birds. There's not that many people yet here, but there's million fucking bird species, million insects that only attacked the unhealthy ones. That's been a very controversial topic over here at the Atami beach. Which people get beaten? Because even some of the healthy people here, they get beaten quite a bit. But your Scandinavian, blonde hair Scandinavian Mr. Base Science, pure-blooded, Viking blood, the mosquitoes, they don't touch me. So what's up with that? We can debate on that on the beach when it's still empty. But you see the point, the big picture, it's starting to form in your head. When more and more of these retarded biohackers, these retarded longevity experts, Paul Saladinos, he was there before anybody else really. He realized maybe Texas ain't so good. Maybe California ain't so good. Maybe Costa Rica is where it's at. And suddenly Paul Saladino, who made the carnivore book that sold to millions of people, suddenly he's eating 300 grams of fruit and tropical goodnesses. What's up with that, Saladino? Rat boy. So when more and more people start to figure this shit out, when they start to realize environment is the real crack cocaine for the healthy people, people that wanna build healthy families, healthy communities, people that actually wanna feel somewhat good in their thoughts, in their emotions, spiritually, namaste motherfuckers, all of that, physically. When more and more start to realize I cannot do this anymore in my 5G city, only place that seems to be full with life force is at the tropics, between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, inside the 20s. Oh, we need to start to get out of here, otherwise we will get stranded. The tropics seem to be the only answer. Then everybody, holy shit, everybody comes here. And guess what? Then we really intelligent ones, we that got here first, we gonna get real fucked. When this bitch is full of idiots again, we gonna be like, what happened? This is not good anymore. You brought your smart devices here. I thought you knew better. We have to get rid of the smart devices. We have to burn those 5G towers down. But now there's all of these hills that don't have any they don't have any freaking towers yet. They're gonna be full of towers when the biohackers come. So please don't come. So I'm actually happy that they are shadow banning my videos. So they only go to the select few. I wanna get some real ass human beings to make some real connections, real deep connections with other people. And the biohackers, they can stay at the Austin, Texas, San Diego, California, Miami, Florida, whatever. They can stay there before it's too late. I'm fine with that. I'm actually more than fine with that. Because otherwise, it's gonna be real crowded over here. But all of the people watching Base Science, you are the first to know. You can still come here if you are nice. If you are a nice person that we actually vibe with. We can build a nice little community. We still have some time before they come with their EMPs. Stole our Bitcoin from us, stole our permaculture farms from us. We might still have some time before we have to migrate to Little Corn Island, Little James, and all those other islands. They might be the next move, because El Salvador might be one of the first places to go pretty quickly. Who knows? Just something that the Midos here at the beach, they wonder. We talk about that shit a lot with some of the Midos. So it's pretty interesting times. Come here if you still can. And don't bring any of that bullshit. We have to be the most natural as we can. The nature boys. Woo! Anyway, have a nice day. And come here if you know what you're doing and you're a nice person. See you later, later, alligators.